Hello, family. Yet again, we're here recording. Actually, I'm recording live from our house, so which is kind of cool. This is the first time I'm doing this, so just stay with me. But with regards to the previous comments left by my father about Keevin, I used to work at a grocery store, so I know all about Keevin. I worked with Keevin. I worked beside Keevin. I had to clean up Keevin's mess many times. There was this one Keevin I remember working with, and he was scared of the dark. He was terrified to go outside and take out the trash, so he would leave it in the building, out like right by the door to go outside, and every time I came in, that was my job, was to clean up his trash and then do my trash for the day also. So Keevin was a great guy to work with sometimes. But I remember with regards to texting while working, I remember this one time, I was Keevin. I remember I was working the cash registers, and somebody had texted me out of the blue, and I didn't know who it was, but I knew I had a very small battery bar left, and I knew that if I get a text message, it keeps blinking on my phone, so I knew I had a limited amount of time before my phone's gonna die, because it's just gonna keep wasting battery life, showing me that I have a message that I already know about. So I knew I had to check this message, and just cross it off, make sure it looks like I read it, so that it doesn't die, because I need my phone in case I have to call somebody, if I need a ride to get home, stuff like that. If something happens, if I have to work late, stuff like that, I needed to have this phone, or I wouldn't be able to communicate all this stuff. So I was working the cash register, and I felt the buzz. There was a break in customers, so I quickly took out my phone, and I scrolled down to get to the message, because I had a lot of other things going on, and I clicked on the text message, and I was about to turn my phone off, and this guy, I guess, had been standing there for like a second or so as I was doing this, watching me, and he said, "Excuse me," and so that startled me. I dropped the phone, and because I didn't want to I kicked it under the counter, and it sat there for the rest of the evening. Now, it wasn't like a counter where anybody could get, it was like the work counter, so there was like, it was enclosed off on this side, but there was a small gap on our side, there was a space. And so I kicked it into there, just thinking I'll just get him and then I'll grab the phone. But then I was called to do other stuff, so the phone actually stayed underneath the cash register for like 6 hours. And I did get another text message, and the phone did die. So it was my best efforts to not, be Keevin. I became Keevin, then tried to fix being Keevin, and still had the same results. So there's no winning when you become Keevin, is what I'm trying to say. But, it is weird, because customer service should be better, because it's the people business. You knew you were going to be in the people business. You decided you had an interview process to, the one thing they look for on their application is, are you good with people? That's what I always put, and I don't want to lie to people, so I act. Even if it's a bad day, you should act like you're, having a good time. You should just be nice to people, you know what I mean? You should treat them, each customer should be treated the same way. And you know what I'm saying? It's just the people that don't do that, it's disappointing, because there are some people that are great at it, which proves you can do it. Like, there are waitresses and waiters that are amazing at their jobs. That proves that anybody can do that. Okay? Like, it can be done. Like, so I get it. It's hard being a waiter or a waitress because people are rude to you. Waitresses, there's a lot of, sexual things thrown at you all the time from male drunk customers, stuff like that. I get it. And sometimes you have a rough day. But that doesn't give you an excuse to act rude or to be mean while you're serving other people that aren't mean to you. Okay, there's no excuse for that, because it can be done. Waiters, it's not like the waiters and waitresses that are nice, it's not like they haven't had bad days. It's not like they haven't been through crap also. It just means they somehow are able to take that and turn it off when they're dealing with people that deserve it. You know what I mean? So it can be done, and people who say it can't be, they're lying, you know what I mean? It's hard for everybody to work. Work is not supposed to be easy, but it can be fun if you let it be fun. Like, if you make your life easy, then in a sense, it'll feel easy. Not that it will be easy, but it'll feel a little better inside. Because every time you're nice to people, they're gradually going to get nicer to you. If you're nice to people who are jerks to you, eventually they're going to be, a little nicer. Or they'll think, oh, he's a nice guy. And that's kind of the reputation you want. You don't want to be the jerk. You want to be a nice guy, regardless of who you actually are. The way you present yourself to other people is the way you should treat others, the way you want to be treated. So if you want to be a jerk at the cash register, if you don't want to help if you want to make things more difficult for me and you, then that's how other people are going to treat you in the future. So that's all my thoughts on Keevin. I will see you all next week.